Hello, boys and girls. Today we play a different game. We're trying out Surviving the Aftermath. I've played it a little bit before, but there's been some new patches and stuff that I was thinking that I would wanted to check out. So instead of just playing this alone, I was thinking, why don't I just do this as per natural? So let's just dive straight into the game and. I'll tell you some about this game. So, we don't want the tutorial this time. So this is sort of like a Fallout-esque city builder. And it's an indie game. It's a city building survival sort of deal. So let's see here. This is for our difficulty setting. So, environment. There are only a few who remember the spark that started it all. A chain reaction of global catastrophes wiped out most of the planet's population and made people turn against each other. Those who are left must now survive the aftermath in this post-apocalyptic world. So we can choose. Cities are demolished, but nature prevailed. The world is desolate and unforgiving, and the planet is a barren wasteland. As you see, it gets harder, and the amount of fertile soil gets lower and lower, so let's just go for medium. Catastrophes. Slowly but surely, modern civilizations crumbled as catastrophes kept swooping across the continents. Cities were destroyed and the planet itself suffered permanent damage. The worst has passed, time to rebuild. It's still a dangerous world, but we will prevail. It feels like the apocalypse never ended. So it's still dangerous. Resources. Everyone has their breaking point. Eventually, it is not enough just to survive through the day. People need hope, and there finally is some. It has been a long road to get here, but that which was before can now be left in the past. 1. The indestructible bunker collapsed. 2. The trusted car finally broke down. Or 3. After walking for ages, this is where they stop. So this is kind of a hard one. Let's say we go for number 2 here as well. Survivors. The people around you are the thin red line which keeps the ground safe, alive. Jesus. Keeps the group alive. They are far from perfect, but everyone has made it this far. You can trust them with your life, and they can trust you with theirs. So, this is basically how many people we will have. We'll still go for number 2. Challenge. These survivors will face challenges, both large and small, some caused by bandits, other because of their own actions. There are also other societies in the world that won't hesitate to strike back if you look at them the wrong way. 1. Some challenges are to be expected. 2. Numerous challenges are assured. 3. Insurmountable challenges face you. I gotta say, this is a hard one. Let's go for it's the apocalypse. Get some difficulty up. Gatekeeper. Life is unfair, but sometimes it feels like you are not alone. Whether it is an invisible guardian or just pure fate. But it sure feels like someone is watching over us. The path is challenging, but worth the risk. It is a tough road to walk, but never unfair. Suffering or a success. Tough road to walk, never unfair. Let's make a visual, make a banner. I mean, red is nice. I like this one though. It's sort of communist kind of deal. It's a raptor. Can't take the raptor. That's another YouTuber. Oh, by the way, check out Raptor. It's pretty good. Something like this too. Yeah, here you go. Colony name. Vega. Colony motto. Endure and overcome. Rebuild and prosper. Haven for all. Good luck, have fun. Adapt and overcome. Let's go. So this is a summary, and let's just go. So this is, I mean, the concept isn't new. but they have like a sort of casual kind of feel to it, while still being rather hard. So it's not like they are millions kind of deal where everything is like super hard. It's more like, well, you do what you can. So I think I'll pause until we get in. Okay. So pause the game with spacebar. WASD moves you around. It's the build menu. So you see they have a minor happiness penalty on both of these. This fits 6 people, this fits 2. And we're currently up on 10 people, so let's make 2 of these temporary shelters. How do we rotate? Not like so. Wait, did it say something down here? Hold shift to build multiple. Rotate? Rotate. That's annoying. We gotta figure that out. Settings, controls. I'm not on this thing. What? I'm not an Xbox player. Key bindings, controls, key bindings. Rotate left and right, R. Alright. That's fine. R. And R. Let's go. So what else can we do? We can make roads. They cost nothing apparently, so let's just do that then. It's nothing more than labor. That's housing storage we have. Okay. So this is how we designate work areas like so. And then the people go there to gather resources. We can do this. We'll get planks and concrete. And this is our broken truck, the car that broke down. And here is the road. So we can change priority of these, and I suppose we'll just up the time as well. Alright. So maybe we want to make a couple of small fields. See how many colonists we have available. We have 3 available without work. So we do want food, and we need water, as we see. So that's a water well. Let's just go for that in the middle of town here. Construct that right away. And get some food up and running. All clear. Expand the road up to the fishing hut. What's this? That's concrete. So we constantly have to be paying attention to these areas, because last time I played, at least, these weren't. You don't get any notifications for tasks or like areas being empty. So now we're in the positive on water. Bear in mind there will be challenges along the way where we get more consumption, higher consumption, just because of let's see. Need a lot of trees. There we go. Because of catastrophes, like, so let's say we have a heat wave, it takes more water, and so on. Insufficient construction materials. There we go. Deposit depleted. Berries. Nice. I don't think that was there before. So what we need is plastics. And if we don't have plastics, we need to gather plastics. Probably recycler. Oh, it's right here. That's nice. Sweet. So we're still decently on colonists. Oh, actually, we have 6 available colonists. I read that wrong. Not 6 people at work. So how's everybody doing? Do you guys have new plans for the for the new decade? Do you have your what's it called, like New Year's resolutions ready? Personally I've figured out that I wanted to you know, the standard one, just eat better and healthier, start working out. So I started working out and I already feel better. So that's great. Let's increase the priority of the recycler here. Eventually we will get the gate up, and then we will actually get visitors, traders. And you also have a world map, which basically starts whenever you take the ruins thing. Gates. Build up the gates. So let's increase the speed a little bit more. We can also increase the amount of workers in that. And in this one, there you go. So the next thing we want is a scrapper. I don't know how fortunate it is to have it like in the middle here, because eventually we will have to move the work areas to other other areas, and you don't want them to run from the center of town, but what you gonna do? It's fine. That's what we did. Love this button though. This is the bugs feedback button. Planks depleted. So how are we doing? Nice. Thank you for letting me know. And bear is almost done. Rabbit season. Okay. So now we have a thing. So we gotta pop the thing. Rabbit season. 3 colonists explain they've been working on a new kind of trap for hunting rabbits, and the group wants to set them outside the camp. The contraptions look functional, but letting the group venture far away from the colony is not without risk. Alright. So we can either give the permission to go or say it's not worth the risk. I'd say we're actually pretty good on food, but for the fun of it, let's give them permission to go and see what happens. Nice. Good job, guys. So after being gone for a suspiciously long time, the group finally returns. The only thing they managed to trap was a single sickly rabbit and enough venison on it for 2 people at most. So plus 2 venison. At least nobody got hurt, right? And as you see here, when we hover over the food, you see the different type of foods that we have. And I think it says here, crucial for colonists in constant demand, a wide variety of food from vegetables to meat and insects is critical for survival. So apparently it's better to have more different kinds of food. We do get venison from our trapper right here. It's one of the products here. Venison and what's this, hide? Fiber. Yeah, fiber. And fiber can be made into plastic, I think. How are we doing on plank? Yeah. Okay, so we need to increase our colonist population before we start getting more jobs. We can definitely take this guy out and have one more hauler. So let's go and see if we can find the gate. So it seems like we have the resources, we have the opportunity. All we need is 6 planks, and that's in the work area up here, so that should be fine. We can also remove these nuclear waste ponds later. I know. So this is the start of our colony. It's getting there. Looks nice. And we have a huge piece of land. We're never going to fill in all of this until we run out of resources. At least unless they've changed the game, because that was a problem before, that you basically ran out of things to do. And it just gets harder and harder the further in you get. because some of the resources, like say plastic and metal, those are not renewable. So you get to a certain point. This is why you don't want to be close to the nuclear waste piles. Yeah, might burst out toxic waste around it. Removing it requires an operational environmental station. To build one, first unlock it from the tech tree. So you need electricity and something else for this. And electricity is kind of a big deal. One does not simply. Let me just grab a sip of coffee. Those sweet, sweet, sweet beans. Oh, so the game paused. Maybe I clicked pause. So we're unhappy. They're rested poorly. They don't like the shelter. Ooh, here we go. Another thing. Group of survivors arrived at the gate. So the gate is finished. As you can see, it's built up by cars and road signs. It works. It's functional. I need to make a decision. Alright, so survivors seeking shelter is 2 people. 1 adult, 1 child. And cup. So, do you have any musicians in there? I haven't heard a song in such a long time. So on the side here we see she used to travel around the world finding, buying and trading valuable artifacts for museums and private collectors. Nowadays she deals with different kinds of treasures altogether. The same principles apply though. And a few exciting stories from the days past can do wonders to seal a deal. So she is a scout. And here are her stats: leadership, effectiveness in the colony. So you see that's not implemented yet. Exploration, that's good. Bonus to action points, that's important. Attack, from what I remember, attack isn't that big of a deal. It's not that hard to win a fight against these rebels. We'll see that soon. And then you have research point multiplier when you go on research missions, and then you have scavenge missions, and then healing speed in the colony. So that looks like a decent person. I don't know what happens if you reject them. I have never done that before. Maybe you get a new one on the next wave, or maybe you just have to wait until the next time one of these heroes, let's say, comes into town. So what we can do now is that we can go into world map, and then we can select our hero and go scavenge. So you can see the hazard is, well, basically not there. There's no hazard. So she uses her remaining points on scavenging. So you basically want to move her into position first and then scavenge. But we have to scavenge one more time. And you see that she has the resources in her inventory. It's not in town until we bring it back into town. Just good to know. And we'll get notified when it's our turn again in the world map. So it's like it's basically like Rome Total War, like the Total War genre, just opposite. So when you're on the world map, it's turn based, and when you're on the building map, it's not. It's RTS. Ooh, there we go. Specialist ready for action. Let's go here first. You see, she has a lot of action points, so that's very nice. She can move far. So what's the next kind of deal that we want to deposit? Depleted berries. So that's our this guy. Let's send her up here. Wonder if we can take all 4. Yes, perfect. Now we won't have to do that for a while. So we kind of want a new sort of shelter, but we need research points to do that. So the next kind of deal might be just adding a couple of small fields and trying to make sure that we don't build them. Let's see. Yeah, 2 is fine. So that's 2 colonists. Let's not build them close to the nuclear waste, basically just because of the burst of radioactiveness that can, it makes other people sick, and then you have to use your medicine and what's it called? Penicillin? I don't see it. Okay, so now we need to choose a crop. You see they have different growth rate and different yield. So this grows normal and yields low. And very low endurance against catastrophes. This is endures catastrophes better than most. So let's go for potato. Because why not? I'm guessing that the farmers work as haulers when they're not planting and stuff, but who knows? I'm not going to micromanage by putting people in and out, because I feel like that's basically a cheat. Alright, so now we want to choose where we want to go. And because of our action points, we have 7. It means we can move 7 tiles, or 6 tiles, and then do an action. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then that would be 7, so then I wouldn't be able to explore or scout this turn. But let's just go for this one. Right click. And that takes a turn basically. Just exploring or unlocking this area. So nice, plastics. That's awesome. That's a non-renewable resource, so that's great. We might want to go for corn as well, just to have the variety in our food, because that's like that was the thing that it says here. I mean, it's critical for survival. So maybe they consume less food, maybe they're healthier. Who knows? I don't know the algorithm behind it, but that's at least what they say. We see that our water consumption has gone up because we increase our colonists. So we can't place it too close here. It doesn't really matter if we place it close to the nuclear waste. Unfortunately, I would say. Probably should matter, right? But yeah, I'm not gonna take that too hard. Alright, specialist ready for action. I keep pausing here, but you don't really have to. You can just go into the world map and the city is paused. Alright, so yeah, let's take that. And then I think we want to just take that back to town. No, we're actually pretty good on plastics for now. So we might not want to do that. We might not need to do that. You can also choose to harvest now for whatever yield you have, especially if there's an incoming disaster. That's nice. You at least you did. You always get like a warning that a disaster is coming. Yeah. So this is our colony starting up. I think we're doing pretty well. And I think we're just going to end this one right here, and I'll just record the second one right away. But just for you guys, so it's not super long episodes. I'm just going to cut it now, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Remember to like, comment, share, subscribe. If you like the game, be sure you support the people who made it, because I think it's an indie game company. You can find the game on the Epic Games launcher. So you need one of those accounts. You cannot buy it on Steam, unfortunately. I think you can buy it on the Switch, just so you know. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next episode. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.